You have exactly 10 minutes. That is it. 10 minutes to hear something that could genuinely change the direction of your life, not next year. Not after you lose the weight or get the promotion or finally feel ready. Right now, today. In the life you are already living with the resources you already have and the person you already are. And if you think 10 minutes is not enough time to shift something real inside of you, I want you to think about how many times your entire mood changed in less than 10 seconds because of a text message. So yes, 10 minutes is more than enough. Let us use them well. I want to start by saying something that I mean with every single part of me. I am really glad you are here. Not in a polite, scripted, please watch my video kind of way. I mean it genuinely and deeply. Because the fact that you pressed play on a video called 10 Minutes of Motivation to Transform Your Life tells me something incredibly important about you. It tells me you have not given up. It tells me that somewhere underneath whatever heaviness or frustration or quiet desperation you might be carrying right now, there is still a part of you that believes things can be different. That part of you is absolutely correct. And that part of you is who I am talking to today. Now, let us be honest with each other, because we only have 10 minutes, and I refuse to waste them being polite about the hard stuff. Life is genuinely difficult sometimes. Not in a motivational poster kind of way, where the difficulty is secretly beautiful and character building, and you will thank it later. Sometimes life is just hard and exhausting, and nothing goes the way you planned, and you are tired in a way that sleep does not fix. I know that feeling. I have lived that feeling. And if that is where you are right now, I am not going to tell you to just think positive and everything will work out. What I am going to tell you is that where you are right now is not where you have to stay. And the distance between here and somewhere better is shorter than your fear is telling you it is. Here is the thing that nobody tells you about transformation. And this is the part I really need you to hear. Most people believe that transformation is this enormous, dramatic lightning bolt moment. They are waiting for the rock bottom that finally shocks them into change, or the perfect circumstance that finally makes change feel possible, or the massive burst of motivation that finally makes change feel easy. And so they wait. And they wait. And meanwhile, their life keeps moving forward with or without their participation, carrying the same patterns, the same stories, the same results, because nothing on the inside has actually shifted. The truth, the liberating and slightly inconvenient truth, is that transformation is not a moment. It is a direction. It is the accumulation of small, intentional choices made by someone who has decided, quietly and firmly, that they are no longer available for the life that has not been working. That is it. That is the whole secret. You do not need a new year, a new Monday, a near-death experience, or a visit from 3 ghosts in the middle of the night. You just need a decision, made right now, in this moment, that you are pointing yourself in a new direction. So let us talk about how to actually do that, because we are already 4 minutes in, and I want to make sure you leave here with something real. The first thing I want you to do, and you can do this right now while you are watching, is identify the one story that is most loudly running your life. Not all your stories, just the loudest one. The one that shows up every time you try to move forward. It usually sounds something like, I always end up back here, or nothing ever works out for me, or I am just not the kind of person who gets to have that. You know the one. It has been with you for a long time. It feels like a fact. It is not a fact. It is a story. And stories can change. Now, here is what I want you to do with that story. I do not want you to fight it. I do not want you to scream affirmations at it until it surrenders. I want you to get curious about it. Ask it where it came from. Ask it how old it is. Ask it whose voice it is actually in, because I promise you, it is not originally yours. Most of the stories we carry about our limitations were handed to us by people who were carrying their own. They were doing their best, and their best produced a belief that is now living rent-free in your head and charging you compound interest in the form of missed opportunities and unlived potential. Thank the story for trying to protect you, and then gently, firmly, lovingly tell it that its services are no longer required. The second thing I want you to do is choose one quality of your future self and embody it for the rest of today. Just today. Not forever, not for a month, just today. If your future self is someone who takes care of their body, drink an extra glass of water today. If your future self is someone who manages money wisely, make one conscious spending decision today. If your future self is someone who speaks kindly to themselves, catch yourself in one moment of self-criticism today and replace it with something true and gentle. This is how identity shifts. Not through grand declarations, but through small repeated choices that accumulate over time into an unshakable sense of who you are. The third thing, and we are coming into the home stretch now, so stay with me, is to practice what I call the 60-second reset. Transformation is not about never having hard moments. It is about how quickly you can return to yourself after one. So the next time you feel yourself spiraling, whether that is into anxiety or self-doubt or that particular flavor of despair that comes at 11 at night when you are overthinking everything, I want you to stop. Take one slow, deep breath. Put your hand on your heart and say out loud or in your mind, I am safe right now. I am learning. I am growing. Everything I need is already within me. 60 seconds. That is all it takes to interrupt a pattern that would otherwise steal hours of your peace. These three things, releasing the old story with curiosity instead of combat, embodying one quality of your future self today, and practicing the 60-second reset, are not complicated. They are not expensive. They do not require a perfect life, or a cleared schedule, or a personality transplant. They just require your willingness. And you already showed me your willingness when you pressed play. Here is what I know about you. Even though we have never met, you are more capable than your hardest days have led you to believe. You have already survived 100% of your most difficult moments. You have already shown a resilience that you probably do not give yourself nearly enough credit for. And the version of you that is living the life you are quietly dreaming about is not some fantasy character with your face. It is just you with slightly different daily habits and a story that finally matches your actual potential. The only thing standing between the you that exists right now and that version is a series of small, brave, daily choices. And you can start making those choices in the next 60 seconds. So here is your call to action, and I want you to take it seriously. In the comments below, I want you to write one word, just one word that describes who you are becoming, not who you have been. Not who you are afraid you might stay. Who you are becoming. Brave, abundant, peaceful, free, healthy, open. Write it down. Because there is something powerful that happens when you declare something publicly, even in a YouTube comment section at whatever time it is wherever you are in the world. You are making a commitment to yourself, and you are doing it in community with other people who are on the same journey. And if this 10 minutes gave you something today, if something landed, if something shifted even slightly, please share this video with one person who needs it. Not because I need the views, but because somewhere out there is someone who is one 10-minute video away from making the decision that changes everything for them. Be the person who sends it to them. Subscribe if you want more of these conversations, because I show up here every week with the honest, warm, practical tools that actually help real people live better lives. No fluff, no impossible standards. Just truth delivered with as much love as I can fit into a video. You came here for 10 minutes of motivation, and I hope what you found was something bigger than that. I hope you found a reminder that you are not broken, you are not behind, and you are not out of options. You are someone in the middle of becoming something extraordinary, and the most important 10 minutes of that journey were always going to be the ones where you decided to begin.